And Gemini, welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead and see what messages come out for you for upcoming weekly. I'm going to start off with your transcendence messages. I won't be before you long, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. If you are new to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light, welcome. Make sure you subscribe so you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding that you seek or need. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. It is not a personal. And all I ask of you, Gemini, is that you don't force any channeled messages. Let's just give it a moment to be present, if that is okay with you, Gemini. All right, hopefully there's no static. All right, let's go ahead and get started. What transcendence message do you have for my Gemini? My air sign. I'm being guided to shuffle this for quite some time. To shuffle it for a bit. What is the message that you have for my Gemini? You're being asked to remove a selfish energy in your upcoming weekly. Be on your best behavior in the upcoming weekly, Gemini, if you can. Receive insight. I feel like you've already been told this. Well, it shows. Receive insight. You've already been told this. And the reason why you're being asked to be on your best behavior is because you don't want to miss out on an opportunity. Demonstrate moral courage. And it may be difficult for you to do, Gemini. You may feel like someone owes you something. Transcendence. Yeah, it's time for you to grow up. So you have an opportunity to grow up in the next, in your upcoming weekly. And the form of you growing up when it comes to maturity is removing being selfish. If you remove being selfish, what it is you desire will come to you. People will be willing to serve you. People will be willing to show up for you. Even the universe, even your guides. All right, you have breathe here. It's in reverse. You're an impatient person at this time. It's me, I, woe is me. So for you to mature, you can practice gratitude. You can do something that will make you happy. Place yourself in an environment that feels safe. When it comes to religion and spirituality, that's your choice, but you're not required to. Accept yourself for who you are. If you can be honest with yourself, Gemini, and say, hey, I am a selfish person and I don't care about nobody but myself. The moment that you're honest with yourself, I mean, from the core within, then you'll be able to see what everyone else sees that you are refusing to see. And it may be emotional, or it may make you have an outburst for some of you. But in regards to this receiving this insight, is take a chance. Don't risk a chance on, losing an opportunity. You want to take the risk on, of experiencing something that you feel that is not real. I'm talking to a Gemini where you don't think that there's a happy home or a healthy lifestyle. You think that everything is a facade because of your experience this far in life. And it's going to take some time for you to reset that mindset. But for the most part, you're caved in. You are enslaved in some type of way. You're not in control, but you're demanding control as well. You may need to meditate or practice gratitude. Acquire assets that give you good return. So once you step out of being selfish, everything that you demand or you require is going to naturally come to you, Gemini. And you're going to have a moment where you're like, wow, I wish I would have, been a little bit more mature sooner than, but that's not focused on the past. That's focused on the now, because you're not present. You're so wanting to be in the future. You're creating. When I say creating, you're always up to the next thing. You're always trying to figure out what you can get, what you can obtain, who you can manipulate, how you can control. And you're being asked to be present. Everything doesn't have to be a scheme. Everything doesn't have to be a setup. Everything doesn't have to be like a taker. So I'm talking to a taker. So Gemini, you don't have to take. I want you to experience, to receive. You know how we take things from people, their time, their possession, their money, their ideas, their mindset. And it's like, Gemini, once you release being selfish, this insight that you are going to receive, that's if you are accepting to it. And it looks like you're not going to be accepting to it because you're wanting right now. You're wanting microwave effects. You're wanting it now. Okay. And Divine is saying, no, you have to put in the work like everyone else. I think it's just because of, needing to learn a lesson or lessons. Okay. What are some words of advice for my Gemini for the upcoming weekly? What are some words of advice for my Gemini for the upcoming weekly? Worry, relationships, and change. Yeah, currently you are refusing to change, Gemini, but you're a work in progress. I know a Gemini that I love very, very deeply. And you know what they tell me? What I love about this Gemini is so honest. I remember this Gemini said, hey, it's not like I'm not doing anything. I'm trying, right? But what I've noticed, it's become a pattern that when this Gemini says, hey, it's not like I'm not doing anything, I'm trying, they realize that by them saying, I'm trying, the person that they're talking to, which me, of course, it gives a sense of peace. Like, okay, they are aware, but no, that's one of their hustling mechanisms. I'm going to tell you what you want to hear so you can shut up. So it just feels like when it comes to change, everyone is a work in progress. And what's significant about your upcoming weekly is that you're going to be able to see you're not the only one that's a work in progress. The people that you're connected to, the situation is kind of like you're going to see your flaws in other people, and people are going to see their flaws in you. And it's going to be the battles of the flaws. So if someone that you're connected to is getting their self together or trying to, there's this pull. Like, no, you can't. If I'm not getting myself together, you can't. So when you get tired of that, and that's the challenge of this worry, are the people closest to you going to stop you from being able to make this change that you need to change, Gemini? The bottom of the deck of what you don't see is honesty. So no, if you're convincing yourself that the people that are connected to you are going to stop you from changing or maturing, they are not. So this is letting me know to tell you, Gemini, that you are your own bondage. No one's telling you to do X, Y, and Z. You're choosing to. Moving forward, I love you. Know that. I am message for Gemini, please. I am message for my Gemini. It's kind of like, Gemini, you don't realize how much power that you possess. So this lets me know that you're a leader, and you're not a follower, but for the most part, what needs to change is sometimes you do follow. But the selfish energy comes in when you take. You have this piece here. All right. So this lets me know that I'm talking to a Gemini where it is going to be difficult for you to change because you like it there. You like your world that you've created. It's your world, no one else's. And you're not ready to merge with everyone else. But the question I have for you, Gemini, does your world consist of peace? Is that what's missing? Are you really able to sleep? During the day when you go about your business, do you have peace? Or are you looking over your shoulder? Is your mind twirling like a whirlwind, trying to figure out how you're going to survive the day? That's not peace, my love. Let me give you this I am message so that you can obtain peace. It says, I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. The leader that you are. You lead, people will follow. That's just what it is, Gemini. What is Gemini refusing to see in the upcoming weekly? What is my Gemini refusing to see in the upcoming weekly? Honesty is in, you're refusing to see a truth. You're lying to yourself in the upcoming weekly, and pertaining to dating. There's a rumor going on. There's two messages here. Let me listen. The first thing, I'm talking to a Gemini regarding to self. You're saying that you don't want a relationship, you don't want to date, you don't want to get to know people. You're good being single. You're lying to yourself. I also see that there's a gossip going around. All right. Someone's seen somebody, you with somebody, and whether that person is denying you and you're trying to say, no, I was hanging out with this person. We did go out on a date, and this person is denying. Someone's denying someone. So someone is refusing to see that you're picking people who don't value you, don't respect you. That's what you're refusing to see. On the other hand, you have, is this silence, no contact in reverse? Yeah, you keep picking the wrong ones. Mask in the reverse, they show you exactly who they are. These people are not stable and new love. So you keep going to what you should be healing from. Okay, it's what you don't see, especially in the upcoming weekly. And I feel like since this is more confirmation, now that you're aware, you may become unattracted to the people that you should heal from, or the wounds from your past. It's like you're no longer attracted to a certain type. All right. What is the frequency in the upcoming weekly for my Gemini, please? Frequency for Gemini, my air sign, my leader, my influencer, you are. All right. Crown chakra. Didn't I tell you, influencer, you are? Gemini. You can tell somebody to jump off a bridge. That's how powerful you are. And I hope you don't do that. But I just want to let you know of how powerful you are. Okay? When it comes to your world and getting what you want, when you want it, how you want it. All right? But it's time to walk away from that. Okay? And pertaining to this crown chakra frequency, I don't think you're going to be ready for the insight that comes towards you. You know how the last person you would think would give you a piece of their mind. It feels like, brace yourself. Someone's going to tell you something about yourself that you are not going to like. And this is someone that you confide in. This is someone that, who's always been by your side, regardless if you're wrong or right. Someone's about to gonna, basically, give you an update on how they truly feel about you. So, and when it comes to this judgment, so someone's gonna be judging you, and you can't believe it. So brace yourself. Or this is you, Gemini. You're gonna be putting people in their place. Okay. Now, in regards to this frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So you are a seer. I do know that. Just because a seer only a seer can have access to the blueprint of the crown chakra. Anybody can tap in to the crown chakra. Anybody could manipulate their crown chakra to open up. And now those are the people who be like, oh, don't open your crown chakra because those are the people who just not testing the waters, doing stuff they ain't supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? But when I'm talking about you and your upcoming weekly, this is where it starts. Next week, the upcoming weekly. It may, if it's not the specifically the upcoming, because when I say upcoming weekly, Gemini, it could be 1 to 2 to 3 weeks, the 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Just know that this is where it starts. Brace yourself. All right. What other messages do you have for Gemini? Reconsider, perfect timing, no, trust. I told you, brace yourself. Gemini. Truth is something that you are not going to be able to tolerate. It is going to make you uncomfortable, but it's the right timing it's the perfect time. It's better that it didn't happen in the past, and we're not focused on the future. We're focused on now. It's now or never. As much as you may deny what it is that you see, and if you choose to be oblivious, there is no running from the truth. Compromise. So there's progress here. I love it. Libra's energy as well. Okay. There's a lot of judgmental energy too. But I do see you no longer being attracted to people, places, or things. You're no longer going to be attracted to being weighed down. You are definitely going to want this peace. This is where it starts. This is where it begins. Your new story begins in the upcoming weekly. It's up to you, Gemini. All right, let's move forward. Let me look at shadow energy. If some of my Geminis in the collective refuses to take this calling of a new beginning, what is the shadow energy that is binding or bound to Gemini, where Gemini is unable to be released. What is the shadow energy that has an attachment, a stronghold to my Gemini? The Eight of chalices. You cannot see. What you don't see is that the enemy is placing you, or should I say the devil? The devil is positioning. The devil thinks is winning. Or let's just say if you're in a relationship, the person that you went or with, the devil, they're acting like the devil, and they think and they have a stronghold on you, but they don't realize that they're positioning you to walk away. They're positioning you. They don't see, they think they have the upper hand, but they're not. They don't. Let me tell you the power of God. Okay. Whew. Gemini, there's only so much that I could say here. You see the imagery, right? You are stepping into the unknown, but this unknown is it's a dark place, and your angel guides are protecting you so that you're able to see through this dark place. So it's kind of like this leadership that you have. You're leading by example, and those, it's like you are surrounded by people who don't practice autonomy. They don't speak up for themselves. They don't see. You are the example that's going to, I don't know how many. It could be one. It could be two. It could be a group. People are going to follow you and get out of this dark space. Okay? Because of you, Gemini, you're saving lives. You are. So this is a blessing in disguise. I love you. Moving forward, give me a transformational message for my Gemini for the upcoming weekly. And it may feel scary too. Is someone, someone who, if there's an older person, this person is going to pay the cost for whatever stronghold they have over you, Gemini. They're going to have to pay the piper. And you'll have confirmation in the upcoming weekly, because they're going to ask for your forgiveness. Moving forward, transformational message, please, for my Gemini for the upcoming weekly. You have mother's love. Ooh, nice. And I'm being guided to say it doesn't have to be a biological person. It could be someone you deem as a mother figure, a guardian. You fill in the blank of, who this says. And it doesn't, no gender role. Okay. Love is reaching out to you at this time and holding you close. She knows how much you miss her and wants to remind you that this special bond of love can never be broken. And it is done. And at the bottom of the deck, what is a transformational? Oh, look at that change. It's up right now. You have seek. Oh, beautiful. Yep, your angel guides are protecting you. Whatever stronghold has you bound, you're going to be this. I'm just going to say this. This is where it starts, Gemini. Fear not. Put on the full armor of God, that ye shall be able to fight against the wiles of the devil. Put on the full armor of God, that ye shall be able to fight against the enemy. All right. Let's pull a love romance oracle for my Gemini for the upcoming weekly, please. All right. Gemini, if you feel like nobody cares, don't say that ever again. Do you think I'm just here for the fun of it? I hope you don't think I'm here for the views. Okay? No, I'm here to serve you as a guide. Okay? All right. Get out that mindset. Romantic oracle, it's safe to love, Gemini. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Didn't I tell you are a leader? Listen, Gemini, you're going to have an epic upcoming weekly. And you're not going to believe it. How impactful you are. How important you are. You never know who's watching you. You never know who looks up to you. You must speak up. If you are a Gemini that speaks up for yourself, you are encouraging others inside, internally. They practice inside with their heart to get out of a situation that they're in. Now, when it comes to it's safe for you to love, it's safe for you to use your voice. It's safe for you to speak up. It's safe for you to explain, how do you feel? How is a situation making you feel in the upcoming weekly? How is a person making you feel in the upcoming weekly? How are you making your own self feel in the upcoming weekly? And remember when I said your transcendence message had to do with breaking the pattern of being selfish? Breaking the act of being selfish. Okay, you see, this person is on a high horse. Your own horse is going to kick you off their back. It starts in your upcoming weekly, whether you want to accept it or not. Give me the advice for this. Romantic oracle. If you're in a relationship, your person is going to give you a piece of their mind and embrace yourself. Or this is you, Gemini. It's either one of you. You figure out where it fits. Don't look for it. Don't taint it. Don't, I don't know how to say it. It's kind of like, don't poke the bear. Okay? What is the advice of this high horse, of the horse abandoning Gemini? The world, you are being forced this change, whether you want to change or not. Let's say you choose not to change. The people around you are going to change. Remember, I told you that pull and push. You can go back Gemini, and go over the channel messages that I did for you, but we won't be here for long. What's the overall direction message for Gemini? What's the overall direction for my Gemini? All right. The Ace of Wands, lack of energy, distractions, delays. Gemini, don't make me slap you. And not in a violent way. It's just kind of like, you know how if someone overdoses and you got to put them in the water and you got to kind of slap their face to wake them up? Gemini, wake up. This is Ace of Wands is resistant to change. Anywho, just put the Seven of Pentacles right back here. Let me read this to you. It says, you are on a how do I say this? I've never paid attention to this word. Hold on. Let me type and see how I'm supposed to pronounce this word. I've never had the Ace of Wands in reverse. Never. This is the first time. And I've been I'm talking about with this specific deck, Gemini. Now, I've had the Ace of Wands come in reverse, but not in this deck. All right? Believe me, I know my decks. You know how when you know when something's been moved in your house and when you know something has changed, when you that part. Listen, Gemini, you are resistant change, but I'm here to tell you the universe is there's Lord have mercy. This is what it says. It says, if the world reveals itself in the upright position, it's showing that there is a great unity and wholeness. Something big is happening soon, a marriage, a birth, a new job, or something similar. Your efforts are being noticed and you will soon reap the rewards. You are leading. This is giving me when the river was split up and you are leading with your staff and the people are following you. For real, Gemini. Anywho, let me see how to pronounce this word. How do I pronounce this word? Hold on. Precipice. And okay, you're on the precipice of the perilous journey. Perhaps you don't know the direction or what you truly want to do, or you feel weighed down by current responsibilities. Whatever it may be, you can't seem to compel yourself to move forward. Give yourself time to get that spark of creativity again. Don't force it. It will return in due time. So precipice is about a very steep rock face or cliff, especially a tall alone. So it's kind of like Gemini, you have people calling you bluff in the upcoming weekly. I feel like that's currently happening now. Yeah, whatever, Gemini, you ain't going nowhere. Yeah, whatever, Gemini, you ain't changing. Yeah, Gemini, yeah, you all talk, Gemini. You're going to show them that part. Angel advice for my Gemini, please. I love you, Gemini. And if you get tired of if you get tired of me telling you I love you, going back in the tarot land and find you a reader that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. Uh, raise your vibration, Gemini, so you can be prepared for your upcoming weekly. Okay, because this is when it starts, whether you wanted to or not. Raise your vibration entails, it says, Gemini, there is a sense of achievement around you at this time. You may be receiving documentation, certification, or a reward of some description to acknowledge your growth and experience. This is a time to cherish, a time to enjoy the rewards of your commitment to living with integrity and doing good. You have overcome many challenges and risen above adversity, judgment, and possibly even abuse. You are ascending spiritually and personally at this time, and the universe is supporting you. This is the pathway of light, the pathway of your soul evolution, ascension. Gemini, I love you. Don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle. Until we meet again, those were your messages for your upcoming weekly.